Okay, we are going live on the stream here. We're floating through the stars, and this is just a reminder that we're doing what is basically a modified fugitive run. Now, when we first started out, we started out with the understanding that you start out with a no-starter ship. The goal is to get to the center of the galaxy, and you're basically on the run as you're doing it, so you're limited to outlaw systems and dissident systems. And how things happen from that point was kind of up to you as far as your personal storyline, because, hey, you're the fugitive. Well, it turns out there were a bunch of rules that I didn't know about, and I pretty much ignored all the way through, so we're probably going to keep ignoring those rules, but we are playing in the spirit of the fugitive, in the sense that my character is an outlaw character and trying to make their way to the center of the galaxy, and picking up buddies from the outlaw systems. That's why she has this freighter here, and everybody here on her team is part of that situation where we're all trying to make it to the center of the galaxy, get out, and get to a new galaxy. While I was up last night, just for a little while, I did a little playing, not a lot, and I went I went to the Murky planet. There's two planets in this system. Okay, there is a this planet, which is a rotting planet, and basically it has some of my favorite kind of trees, which are those Doctor Whovian trees that are kind of round and look like you're in Doctor Who sort of situation. Not Doctor Who. The other one, Whovian, Dr. Seuss kind of. And I really enjoyed going down there to get some Patium. Oh, wait a minute. How good is this? We're waiting for honestly something A or S class, which we may or may not find in outlaw systems. So far, the outlaw systems we visited have been about 1 star. And that's fine. That's just what it is. If I have to get to the point where I'm compromising a little, what I might do is try selling interceptor ships to the outlaws and then hiring them, depending on how things go. Anyway, we've sent out our buddies to go collect some, we'll call it collecting change, but they're doing their jobs as outlaw too, sorta, kinda. I guess, they used to have fleets of mercenary ships. They'd either call them pirates or privateers. And I guess we'll call ours privateers. We've sort of been to the good side, but that doesn't mean they're not going to raid things. So, oh, they went a long way this time. So there we go. I wasn't exactly paying attention to where people were going when I sent them out. I just sent them out. Not too bad. not too good, but not too bad. They got us some stuff, but that comes from Azure. It does look like I did. Let's take a look. Like real. I got some real indium. Oh, that's exciting. And we got some of these superconducting fibers. We do not have a galactic trade center. When I can find some microprocessors, I need about 7 of them. You need 2 for the galactic trade center, and then 5 for another something that I want to make. I don't remember quite what it is, but I just remembered I needed 5 of them. That will be great. But I will say that the planet that I was on yesterday that I really enjoyed was one of those large planets, and cargo things were really hard to find, like super hard to find. So what we're going to do is take some of the stuff and store it. So I'm just going to put it into the storage containers. I have plenty of room because I put 2 down, so that's not a problem. We had a little honey there. That's kind of always fun for me. I'll come back to it, put it when we finally get a nutrient storage in. Well, one of the creatures, two of the creatures, they had little jumpy creatures on the Mercury planet. And I needed the Facium, so that's where I got them. And it was the honey, you know, honey is actually really good for health and well-being in this game, so. But I'm just storing it away because it's still kind of rare for me right now. And I don't want to sell it by mistake. Yep, pretty much, yep. And put the indium away. We do, like for the freighter, when we have the ability, we do want to be able to call the freighter to any of our star systems. We can't do it quite yet. But what I can do is make a couple. I'm just going to make a couple here of fill up the hyperdrive is what I'm trying to say here. There we go. That way it can follow us wherever we go. All right. I got enough to make a nutrient processing room. And really I only wanted one. I realized, well, I don't have a nutrient processing room for one thing. And for the other, I don't have any plants to put in the in this little place. But this is good to get anyway because it gives you carbon. So at least one room in a ship is handy if you're someone who goes through carbon like I do, which is just, you know, just the way it is, you know. So I'll take this. Probably about 150, I'm guessing. I didn't really count, but it was enough that it's a substantial addition. I was low on the carbon here and added this. Yeah, we're kind of divergent from how the other guys are playing the fugitive, but we're doing the spirit of it. We're still thinking in terms of, well, what would I do if I were a fugitive? You know, that's kind of how we've been playing this. And if I were, quote, on the run or whatever. And if I had No Man's Sky abilities, I guess that's the other thing. So here's my interceptor. Another thing I did last night is I popped a few tech things into it. I love that it's named Hope. It still is a happy thing for me. Oh, yeah, I popped... Oh, wait, I do have a microprocessor. Ooh. Okay, good to know, good to know. We're going to leave that right here so I don't accidentally sell. I also got some walker brains that I forgot about that. Yeah. I was doing stuff. Yeah, that was from the other day when we were still on the Radiant Pillar planet, and I found a hand that needed some feeding. But we also found a Sentinel boundary map, and I'm just leaving it in here again so I don't accidentally something, but we have one. But as you can see, I've added in some impulse and shield and a little bit of not bolt caster but photon upgrades here, and so we've got a little more going on with the ship. I also put in the Crimson Core into the hyperdrive. So we could go a little further. We could go 751 on that. So whichever ship we happen to be in when we go places, we have option. Now, the way we're playing with the ships, if we're in an outlaw system, we use a solar. If we're in a dissonant system, we use the interceptor. But if we're an outlaw and dissonant, one that's combined, like we'll see that this one is, then we can use either one for our travel, whichever one we want. I feel for that. we've been watching various players, and the originator of the whole fugitive thing was playing the other day. He had something like 29 or 27 hours, just a lot of time on it, and he made a mistake going into the station, or out of the station, and he opted to punish himself for it by selling the ship and selling the stuff in the ship, and then going and fighting a Sentinel ship with a C-class solar ship with nothing in it. And that's when I realized, nope, we're not going to be doing any of that. Because that was just... no. Yeah, it's also when I realized that there were so many rules I haven't followed that there was no way I'd be able to keep up with that, and I don't want to restart. I mean, because we had a really nice start. So if we have to restart because of other issues, which, you know, could happen,
Warning. Threat detected.
yeah, it took me 12 hours to find the ship the first time, so... yeah, and I play slow. I play like an hour punches at a time. I'm not trying to do, you know, major marathon run. If I do play for 2 or whatever hours, that's really amazing, because basically it's just me getting caught up in the game, which does happen. I love this game. Yeah. So this fugitive run isn't exactly like what other people are doing. Anyhow, these are the trees I was talking about. I love these kind of trees. They entertain me so much. Now, the only problem is they don't really make forests of them often. But yes, I just love them. I think they're fun to find in the system. And this planet is just basically, it's got jumpy animals. It's got some really unique little animals running around. So. Oh, and I want to show something. I don't think I've ever seen this on a planet. There's so many things that they've changed on No Man's Sky that it's been fun to do this particular run, because I haven't seen so many of these little changes that they've made. And one of these changes that they've made is, you know, they've combined, like if you scan, you'll see you'll have a primary and secondary element. Well, now you have like the ferrite dust and the hydrogen, and like, you know, one of the planets we were on had chromatic metal, and that was awesome. That was the first one we were on. But the reason I'm going, ooh, is here is cytophosphate out in the open, not in water. That if you want some cytophosphate, you can just and get it. And I thought that was pretty amazing. That's why I happen to have some cytophosphate now on my ship, is because, well, I found some. So yeah. Now it doesn't change that we got Sentinels who are very, you know, hyper aware and watching your movements. But yeah, I was very excited about this. But here's the issue with this particular planet. It is humongous, so large. It is a large planet. And so the cargo drops, you know how cargo drops are usually kind of a little bit all over? Not this planet. Okay, well, of course it's going to prove me false right now, you know. But I tell you, last night when I was looking for the microprocessors, because I was looking for those green boxes really hard, I looked everywhere. I mean, just everywhere. And I found maybe 3, you know. And I decided not to be frustrated about it, but to make note of it, that it is possible to find planets where it's just so hard to find the materials that you just kind of have to... yes, thank you. So it heard me complaining there. I was really complaining last night. Fortunately, I was not on video, so no words were heard, but like, Well, oh, you know the other thing that we've done, and I just realized that is we just got all of our animals. So you know what? We have. Let me show them off what we've got in here. We've got a little bounty animal here. We got our uncommon flying. That's our common flying. There's our uncommon flying. There's one of those twirly ground animals that runs fast, and there's another one right there that runs fast. Yeah, I might look around for one. This little dude, he looks small here, but he is humongous. He's a huge little jumper. But yeah, very, very, very. But these kind of animals, they give honey. The jumpers, like right here, they give honey. Yeah, so that's where I got the honey from. Is from these two kinds here. Pardon me. But now we have 10,000 nanites because of that. So that, huzzah! I think that's the most nanites I've had at one time. I mean. Alright, now I want to take us to the other planet that I did not step foot on, but there's a reason I want to take us there, so, here we go. Oh, there is one other thing that I do want to show. So, last night, you know, I was popping some,
Warning. Threat detected.
they're big, yeah. I was gonna show things, but now that we've got a significant pirate threat, I want to get away from them first. Find my other little planet. Little planet is... There it is. Okay. There's only 2 planets in this system. And this planet, I haven't set foot on it, so it doesn't say it's discovered. It's, quote, a vapor planet. It has activated copper, fascium, sodium, and corrupted sentinel. Yeah, so off we go. But with the activated copper, that tells us this planet has a chance for what? Storms and storm crystals. So this is, you know, the thing is with the Sentinels here, we don't know if they'll be hostile, but we do know that they are corrupted. So we may not hang out very long, you know, but we're gonna go take a look at it. It is purple. Well, that is also true. If the storms are super short, it doesn't matter how. Yeah. Well, we don't, you know, activated copper, the only thing that I know that it's really good for is, I guess the storm is over. We're gonna have to wait a little bit. Is chromatic metal. So what I'm gonna do now is kind of fly around looking for a mirror. But oh, there are storm crystals here. There are storm crystals here. But this is a smaller planet, which means that there are going to be buildings. We saw 2 that we passed by. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking too. And that would require pressing the correct button. Press the landing button. I did not mean to do that, but it gives me a chance to do this anyway. Put our foot on. Oh, and we will claim. Oh, this is a small planet that gives me knowledge stones. I'll take it.
Extreme hazard planet.
Oh, that's because it's a vapor planet. Vapor planets do have storms. Okay, that is true. But you don't. You deal with the heat of the storm. But while you're walking around, it's just regular life. It's not. You don't have to worry about the environment per se. It's just rainy all the time. And hence the reason there's a lot of vapor. Yep. That's the rain. Looks like it has plenty of animals. Oh wait. Gotta look to the left. I was about to walk away without even trying here. I did, yes. There we go. And here are animals. Now their sound is a little crunchy, so. Like they might be a little less friendly. I mean, they've got a sound to them. Some of the, friendly animals give a different kind of a sound. So we're just gonna take a little moment and look over here. We're not too far from the ship, so I'm not too. Well, the sentinels aren't bad. I'm just trying to see what I can get. Oh, they're jump. Well, it looks like we got more jumpers here. Like, oh, we got the little worm dude. Ah, those little worm dudes remind me of Sesame Street. Oh, look at the color. That is a pretty color right there. Okay, now we're gonna try shooting. Yep. Our justification is for just clearing it so it's easier for other people to get some knowledge stones. That's how we're justifying this little mining bit here. Like mowing the lawn or something, See, we got animals that are flying. Grab them here. Well, I'm not necessarily trying for all of them, but if I can scan them, I'm gonna scan them because they're worth money, That's my basic motivation, because I spent a great, I went from a great deal of money to not quite so much. Yeah, 3 million. Ah, I'm feeling much better now. Oh my goodness. We've only scanned 4. It feels like I've scanned so many, but we've only scanned 4. And 3 of them are underwater, and I won't be doing that till I can get some sort of better underwater situation. Yeah, I could try, yeah, so that just means kind of looking for some, yeah. Alright, one of the things I'm going to try and do is we're going to see if we can find one of those inverted, oh, well, we're going to see if we can find one of those inverted mirrors. And, try something that I've watched other people do. Yes. Yeah, but they're also worth having. Storm crystals are worth fuel and money. So you get enough storm crystals, and that solves some situations there too. Now we're not having a storm right now, so the storm crystals aren't flashing like they do. But this also kind of gives us an idea of how long the storms are between each other, because that's another thing. Like in a stormy planet, you kind of look for. Well, here's some water right here. We might park here. Not really a flat place to park though. So this is more like a lake, like a caldera lake between like mountainy sorts of situations. All right, we're gonna do the thing.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Oh, okay. Cool. We are already flying, so we can keep an eye out for the crystal. Yep. Now, the best time to search for storm crystals when the weather comes is at night. Because then things just sort of really pop. Oh, there's a ruin over there. Yep, that was a ruin. And there's a storm crystal right there. There's a couple over there. We're just gonna land and drop out. Yep, these are storms of meaningful capacity here, so we're gonna use Alright, well be careful because yeah, that would be bad. Alright, we're okay. We got launch. We're gonna use the power of the ship to fly. We're not gonna try and now this is where, if I had a Minotaur, I would use a Minotaur. They are basically designed. Oh, those are not. That's a Gravitino ball. Oh, right, because it's a corrupted system. Never mind. I was about to have an oh no moment, you know. I have the heat module, so we got more survivability, which is always good. Well, if you know, when you have the modules, they give you a better chance of surviving. Crystal number 1, crystal number 2. I knew this was a big patch of them. It was too bright, you know. Take a moment and recharge. Go. That I don't think is storm crystal, but this is over here. The planet has glowing plants. And we're gonna try and ignore this fugitive starship situation. Yeah. This is allowing us to land. We're gonna figure it sort of over there. We had 2 here. Better. And there's the fugitive starship. Super. can just fly away. I saw that, yeah. And oh, that's so annoying. Sir, I was busy. I'm telling it how busy I was. It's just coming in and bothering me. There we go. They're done. I did indeed. And my Viking increased by 2. But he kept me busy until the storm was over. So let's go see what's going on with this unknown building over here. Now, one of the things that we did that was different is we said that survival huts count as a place that you could go into. And that was something that we started off from the beginning. Because in real life, if you were a fugitive, you'd be looking for things like storage huts and things that you could hide in. And so that was one of our big modifications that we made early on, was the declaration that these things were like random campers that you found out in the middle of nowhere, which is literally what they are in this game. And as long as you didn't go out and, ooh, I got a radiation protection module. We surely are. Gonna put, oh, these are the fun ones. The fun, they have seats that you can sit on. That's great. All right. Anyway, so as long as you didn't like send out a signal that you were here, then they were basically the safe spaces that you could come in. We're gonna sit and rest and catch our breath from all that storm crystal gathering. See how many we got. We got a lot. We got 6, 7, 8. We got 8 of them, that's not too shabby, and that was easily 1 million, almost 2 million there. So that is very nice, very, very nice. All right, we're putting in this radiation thing here. Oh, that's right. We still need to do one of the drop pods too. Oh, nothing. I was just clearing my throat. I am terribly excited by the fact that we have this. This is going to be really nice. And it looks like we got some. Oh, oh, that's right. We have ammonia, which, if I happen to be in a system where I had a toxic module, then we'd be using the ammonia to supplement the ion batteries there. All right. Well, this is very exciting. Let's see if we could get go get that inverted mirror. Oh, right. It's on here. It is right here, isn't it? Yep, see, this would totally qualify. We wouldn't be able to check our stock, although we can do it now because we've changed our ID and we'd be getting it under the other. But we'd be able to extract the nanites because that was a centrally located thing and won't send a signal out. So that was the rules we were playing by. And some of these rocks here. Makes sense to them, yeah. Yep. I almost wish we could, with these new corrupt sentinels, that we could scan them just because they have these new animal or crystalline parts, you know. seems to me like it would make sense to be able to do it and say, oh my goodness, that is a corrupt sentinel, but yeah. I don't necessarily want to go too far because this place does have storms, so. Yeah, knowledge stone and a buried cache. I haven't yet, though I really ought to. So that might be, I need to start accumulating silicate so I could do that, because it would be nice to have. Alright, so what we're doing is we are looking for inverted mirrors. Means we have to kind of stay kind of close to the ground. Not too close, because there are trees here. But we want to try a thing, is basically what it is. We saw someone shoot an inverted mirror with a ship, and the thing about inverted mirror, those things, that you either get an inverted mirror or you get an echolocator. And the truth is, echolocators are fun, because that's how you get your interceptor ship. Yep. Well, that's not an inverted mirror, but that is something that might have a goodie on it that we're apparently passing because it's not. Yep. Too bad you can't shoot the radiant shards with this, but radiant shards require the bigger mining tool, and your ship does not count as such that way. If this planet were not an activated copper planet, I would have so much fun with it because it's got all these knowledge stones all together. Man, they make it look so easy. They make it look so easy, and I've been floating out here, and it's like, well, you would think there'd at least be one. Oh, there it is. I did, and then I landed because I pressed the wrong button. All right, we're gonna. Yeah, we're pretty far, but I don't necessarily want to. Well, actually, I don't necessarily know. We're actually too far, and I'm not going to go closer. That's gonna fly. Fly slow. Got it. We got one. We got one. We have one, and we're moving on. It's an echolocator. Just exactly what we were looking for. But I'm gonna try and find another one. I don't necessarily want to find a camp on this planet, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is one we might just carry with us. Let's see if we can and get one more storm in and get a few more storm crystals that we can sell and or store, you know. And then I think we'll call it good here. I'm yes. Yes. Whenever I get that, when I finally start encountering those abandoned manufacturing plants, yeah. Oh no, 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 no. It kicked me out. Sometimes this is a problem, and it's apparently it's gone again because I want we were flying, so I know it's saved, but it's still frustrating. Amen. Pray for the echo. Yeah, no doubt. Because that was a hard one to find. I was excited. All right, so this is us loading back in, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and I'm going to have a quick little snack here for breakfast, sort of, kind of. I'll make a bigger breakfast a little later, but... mm. Mm-mm-mm. My cats, you think my snacks are for them too? There we go. We've been playing for 25 hours and 37 minutes. 25 hours. That's a whole day and some change. It's a good time to take a moment if you need to, because we're getting back in. Oh, that was sad. That just, At least though, when it does that, when you're kicked out, the good news is you're not likely to have died or anything. Basically what's going on is that the memory on the Xbox somehow just wasn't that, I guess, strong or whatever, and something loaded in that the Xbox did not like. Essentially, is what goes on. I think when that happens. So it's a glitch. They're aware of it. They're working on fixing it. But it's what it is. But it doesn't change that it's frustrating. And what you did not see is me raising my hands and shaking my fist at the screen. So, that's just one of those things. Oh. Okay. Ooh, we might actually be flying still. This will be interesting. And stick me out. This might be problematic if we're caught in a flying loop here. Let's be hopeful. What I may end up having to do is stop the stream and then restart the whole Xbox and then see if that'll let me in. But we're going to try one more time and see if we can't get in. Well, yeah, I'm sure it's saved. It's just a matter of getting it to load in long enough that I can move. Because what happened is it came in and then it kicked me out again. So sometimes you do get caught in a loop, and you just kind of gotta hope that you can get out. Because we've had a really good run here, and I mean, like, but honestly, a really good run. And I don't want to lose it, because 25 hours, that's a long time. Alright, we're flying. I do, and I know I've commented on this before in other streams, I really like the opening, you know, and the fact that we come in flying in the stars as it loads. It's such a nice way to do what is essentially a loading screen. It's soothing, it's visually interesting, you can do some modest activity with it while you are floating. It does kind of give you an indication of where you are in the galaxy in some way. As you can see, we're pretty far from the galaxy center right now. Kind of almost facing in the wrong direction, but that's okay. Eventually we're going to end up facing the galaxy center, and as we get closer and closer, the scene that we see at the start will start showing us getting closer and closer to the galaxy, which I think is also really neat, you know. So this is actually really clever, I think. All right, we should be coming in pretty soon here, and this could let us in. Now, if by some chance it does not let us in, I'm just going to let you know now that I'm going to stop the stream. I'm going to restart the whole Xbox, and then off screen I will try and get back in. And then if I can't get back in that way, then we'll have some decisions to make. I already know that if I have to restart for whatever reason, come on team, let us play. Let us play. Oh,